Hi everyone, you're watching Collision Talks with Ken, and if you're not subscribed, please do so. That way you get every of our episode whenever we release next. Yes, I'm guessing you had a one crossing over from the year 2023 to 2024. Now, as you can see, it's now last year. When you see my card 2023, yeah. So, I give you a reminder, yes. So, now, literally everybody on planet Earth, we're having fun, except that some other persons couldn't make it, alright? Some crossed, some didn't cross, okay? Now, whenever you have the opportunity of helping a life, fellow human being like you, please do so, because never can tell when, it's gonna happen. Nobody knows when death is gonna knock on the door, alright? So, it's actually pains me to say this, that while we're busy in our different corner, celebrating the new year, some other persons lost their life. Okay, I'm sure you must have heard that by now, and some other persons have not. Actually, this is not a news. Actually, I'm not giving news. If you follow the first episode we released, you know that the channel is not all about news. Actually, we kind of tend to discuss about things that pollute the environment and pollute both physical and spiritual aspects of the environment, actually. So now, on the first day of January 2024, Japan witnessed a natural disaster which actually claimed lives. Yes, there was a 7.6 magnitude of earthquake. Being that it happened, it's a natural disaster, of course nobody has any sort of control or whatsoever about this. So when it happened, people had to, sort for means to survive and all of that. So there was, just within that disaster, a man-made disaster, actually, should I say, kind of error, yeah. But I wouldn't blame the pilot, because he was not aware, he did not know that there was actually another jet coming. So, it happened at the airport in Hanoi, Tokyo, in Japan. Japan Airways, Airbus A350 or 360, touching down after being cleared by the tower, collided with Bombardier jets, which ultimately led to outflame that cost about 5 crew members. Now, the miracle here is that the passenger commercial or passenger jets didn't lose anyone, both the cabin crew, the passengers, the pilots, everyone was safe, except for the Bombardier jet that was meant to carry a relief package to those people that had a disaster just earlier in the day before that evening. So it happened that at the collision, actually 5 crew members of that Bombardier jet lost their life. And that reminds me, why are we talking about this now? Like I said, it is not news. I'm not giving you news. Of course, most of you already know, and some of you don't know yet. But why we're talking about this is that whenever there is a disaster, or for instance, whenever there is a displacement, something else has to cover it, right? So now, it's kind of the people that died, you understand? Some of them are husband, some of them are someone's father, some are someone's wife, some are someone's children, okay? Some are uncles to some nephews and cousins, Except that it didn't just end there, okay? Now, I don't know what the Japanese government is doing to kind of compensate the people that lost their lives and all of that. But I know that whenever there is such tragedy, it doesn't end there, okay? It often goes beyond, because a lot of lives that depend on these people that died, these are their benevolent, okay? A lot of lives that depend on them are going to be finding it difficult to survive, if especially these are the people that are the breadwinner of the family. They are, in one way or the other, the sole person that brings in the economy into the family, okay, if you like. Now, imagine if he's the one paying for the shelter, the food, the education, and whatever, okay. So now, these lives that depend on these people are going to be finding it difficult to survive, all right. So now, while we're discussing this today, guys, just let me know if you've been in such position, all right, where you lost somebody who has been the one taking care of you and all of that, financing your education, sheltering you and all of that. If you've been in that position, yeah, you can put it up there in the comments. Let us know how you feel, okay? While we're having this discussion, because it's not actually easy, okay? I've been there. I had someone who, lost somebody that caters for their needs, and I must tell you the truth, it's felt like they were going through hell, okay? I'm coming from a place of experience, being that this person is actually close to me, okay? So I know how it felt. I know how this person went through tooth and nail, okay, to end living, Whenever such things occurs, you find it that the family often affected had to go through breadline, living from hand to mouth, just to survive. And most of the times, it makes most of the children, okay, due to lacking of parental guidance and maybe the financial capacity to help them through school, get them a good life, go to the college, get a good result, come out, get a job, or help them learn one or two skills, which also requires some form of tuition fee. So it's kind of very difficult when it happens, okay? Because they are going to be finding it difficult to further. Let's assume for someone who is in school, to go through school will be very difficult. Now the person has to go take on some jobs. I know, yeah, there are people who can cope while doing like 4 to 5 jobs and they are in college. And some other persons, the weight becomes too heavy on their neck that they have to drop out of school. Now, most of these people often resort to, selling drugs, abusing themselves just to get money. Okay? Now, what I'm trying to say is, whenever stuff like this occurs, okay, it ends up bringing social vices if the people involved are not being catered for, if they're not being showed love, okay? If you're watching this now from Japan, please, do not, if you know anybody around you that is affected, both the people that lost their homes as a result of the earthquake, or the tsunami, the people that lost their means of livelihood, the people that lost something important in their life actually, okay? Whoever you know that is going through such difficulty or challenge, please don't cast them away. I think this is the time they need your support, they need your help, because just think about it like this, there's an adage that says that what goes around comes around, and I know that the Buddhists, they often say the law of karma, okay? So now, the energy you give to these people, or the love you show these people, goes a long way, because